Hello everyone, my name is Disal Sandoval, and today my presentation is going to be on the company financial analysis of NVIDIA. I will also be telling you reasons why you should invest in this company. So, a little introduction to this company. We'll start with the question, what is NVIDIA? Now, NVIDIA was founded by Jensen Huang in 1993, and the headquarters is located in Santa Clara, California. Now, NVIDIA Corporation engages designs and manufactures of computers, graphic processors, and provides networking solutions in the United States and internationally. And the NVIDIA graphics segment offers GPUs, which NVIDIA created, for PCs, professional visualizations, and data centers. Now, fun fact is NVIDIA's GPUs powered all of the Best Visual Effects Academy Award nominees in 2010 and 2011, including movies like Avatar, Inception, and Star Trek. Not a Star Trek fan, more of a Star Wars fan, but Star Trek. Now, many of you guys know that Avatar, for the longest time, was the top-grossing movie, which is an accomplishment in itself, considering how much involvement NVIDIA had in this movie. Now, many of you guys might know how do GPUs help in movies? They serve a purpose in movies by increasing resolution higher than supported resolutions and accelerate graphics rendering. So you can really see how NVIDIA has taken a lead in the innovation in this regard in the movie cinema. Another innovation that NVIDIA has created is the Omniverse. The Omniverse gives developers access to NVIDIA's scalable, physically accurate world simulation, giving companies the opportunity to enhance their pipelines and creative workflows. Shares jumped 23.4%, a lot better than 2 and 3%, in October due to catalysts of market's overall strength and news from Meta joining the Metaverse. Now, this fact is interesting in and of itself, but I will be going to more depth when we take a look at the stock analysis. Now, some customers that are using the Omniverse are companies like Amazon, Kroger, and Lowe's. Another company is a German company called DB Netz. They are a railroad company, and they use the Omniverse to really use the 3D simulations into the real world, so they can see where it is that they should implement these railroads to get the best networking systems in their industry or in their infrastructure. Now, to the fun stuff, the financial statement analysis on NVIDIA. I will be giving details on NVIDIA as well as the competitor Intel, one of the biggest competitors to NVIDIA. So here we can see the net income of $9,752,000,000 that NVIDIA is performing as of the recent fiscal year, and in comparison to the prior year of $4,332,000,000, you can see the percent change went up by 125%, which is absolutely amazing. We love to see it as investors. We love to see it. And as great as these numbers are, you will see that the competitor Intel will be better in regards to, we'll say, the EPS ratio. You'll see that Intel will be doing better, but at the end, I will be discussing as to why NVIDIA is more of a long-term investment. So, in comparison to Intel, it is an increase of 13.5% profit margin, making NVIDIA a more reliable option for investors to allocate their money in. Now, here we'll look at the debt ratio of NVIDIA, which is 39%. Now, this is right in the ballpark for investors because typically investors look at a 30 to 60% ratio, and 40% is relatively lower and less risky, making it easier to allocate their money in. Anyways, the current ratio is 6 times more than its current assets than liabilities, which is very good considering that NVIDIA will have no problem covering its debts. And here we see a 26.73% of profitability. The profitability ratio analysis. According to this data, we can see that Intel has a cheaper stock price, meaning that they are a value stock considering how they are doing in EPS. So you can see that it is a pretty good time to invest for Intel. And let's see, the dividend yield. You can see that Intel is at a 2%, making it a good time to invest, maybe for a short term. And NVIDIA, you can see it's at a 0.06%. Now, it might appear that financially, NVIDIA might not be doing too good, but NVIDIA is in a place in its business cycle that it's more of in a growth mode than anything, versus how Intel has been here in the industry for a longer time. And this is all part of the plan. This is NVIDIA's strategy. They want to take their earnings into their company to just grow and innovate more. So shouldn't shy you away from investing. And I will be getting into that with this stock analysis. So now we'll begin to look at the stock analysis on the company NVIDIA in comparison to Intel and S&P 500, the markets. So compared to all these companies, you can see that the trend in stock prices are slowly moving down from high peaks in November 15th. You can see right here and here, they all went lower because on this particular date, the MPPS was worth 329.85 for NVIDIA, 44.5 for Intel, and 4,697 for S&P 500. However, both companies in stock markets index have been taking a turn for the worst here on this date, and the relation might be because there has been less demand for GPUs and such due to the fact that we are exiting out of the pandemic. However, I see this as more of a just direct cause, less of a long-term cause. I think it's just that's what the fact is that we are exiting out of COVID. However, you see here an exponential growth from when the COVID started and everyone started to use I guess their computers, and there was more demand for GPUs and such stuff like that. So with that being said, NVIDIA is beating the market cap of $251 billion, making it worth more than Intel. And overall, you can see just NVIDIA's prosperous gains, and more recently, a 9.8% within 5 days. It is going back up. So, like I said, I don't see it as a long-term cause. The fact that COVID has ended and that everyone isn't using their PCs as much. But, like I said, the Omniverse and the Metaverse, they're barely making their introductions. It is so they're in their beta, and there's so much more to come for this company, I believe so. So with that being said, invest in the future, invest in NVIDIA.